Alright. I'm gonna listen to that summary.
Alright.
Alright. Let's
Uh,
the campaign at least.
yeah. Yeah, that's the end of... This is the end of the campaign, guys! For this week. We'll be back we'll be back with Midnight in 2 weeks. Yeah. End of the session. We'll be back with Midnight in 2 weeks. Oh, yeah. Next week we have my campaign with Mama Kitty as Starflower. And Solray is Lucian. I think we have... okay, hold on. I gotta look it up. Hickman is Angus, and then Giovanni for Naue. And then we have Aaron, who is Highwayman... High Flying Mayan. I'll get it one day. I will. I will get it one day. I promise. I promise. I promise. We'll get it eventually. But let's do a quick why are you... Oh, okay. Let's do a quick summary of what's happened. So, I have gotten several books. I don't know how far she got into, like, crafting stuff and whatnot, but it would be fun to start crafting my own potions and whatnot. But I got several books. One is, is an alchemist book. The other is an herbalist book, and then of course Mama Kitty hasn't put the other book in there.
I don't remember what the other book was.
It was my crystal book.
Oh yeah.
It was my crystal book.
Trying to think of what it was.
What the name is?
Yeah.
The Living Crystal Book. And then, and I'm communing with my crystals to give them energy. With the exception of the golden crystal, I do commune with it, but I don't give it energy because it gets energy from the sun. What else did we do? We basically left Stormbreaker Village. I got some iron bark ready for Ixion, but I did take the axe, so that way I might carry some more, grab some more, and maybe sell it, especially since it's worth 2 platinum apparently for a bundle. Might get a couple of bundles if I can carry it. Because it's bark. I mean, bark is bark. It can get heavy if you get too much, but bark's bark. If I can get a bundle, maybe 2, I might just sell it to the first person I see. And then... what else did we do? Oh, we met Drekmar, of course. He's trying to be friendly to Crystal, and I don't know it, but I am not happy about it personally. It's just like, no, that's mine. At least Crystal's smart enough to be leery of other people besides me. But at the same time, I don't know if she'd be too leery because we are traveling with him, with Mara and whatnot. What else? Anyone else have any remembrance of what happened today? What else happened? Oh, the storm! The storm and the shadow that glimpsed my eye. I just now, hindsight being 2020, realized maybe I should have shrouded myself to see. And see if that would work. See if that would have worked. But I didn't. Hindsight's 2020, though. So I might consider it next time. I think that's everything that happened. Anyone got thoughts, comments, ideas, suggestions? Not a lot happened, even though it lasted a few hours. A good 4 hours. Not too much really happened. Which actually surprises me. I mean, I went and had those conversations with the magic shop owner. Oh, my twin, my doppelganger. We got to remember our doppelganger as well. I'm going to go back and talk to her when we meet again. Hopefully she's still in that town when I go back. But yeah, I want to talk to the doppelganger. Maybe even talk to her family and find out what happened, or if she knows what happened, to ask her. Something like that. I still gotta find my brother. That's what I'm doing. Gotta find Solray, Solray's character, Claude. I'm still looking for that. We got the iron bark. I just have to bring it to Ixion, which is nice. We're still kind of... I'm not really looking for the shadow people, but I'm looking out for them to make sure they don't cause me trouble. Still looking for the Jewel of the Fae. I already figured out how to leave the realm. Got the iron bark. I kind of want to talk to Oakhart's son. Maybe convince him to come with me to the ever-changing forest and see his dad. I don't know if that's even going to be possible, but I want to. I also want to go through all the crystal caverns, so I already been to the Lasari one and know of one other which is protected and cared for by dragons in the crystal desert. So, I kind of want to go there and check that out. I think that covers everything. Anyone else? Comments, concerns, thoughts, ideas? Solray?
I've got none. Solray's muted.
I know he is.
I'm showing your stream on my stream since you're doing the recap. But I'm just kind of like thinking out loud that I feel not, to criticize anything or anything. I mean, it's fun to watch and everything. But I feel like everything that's leading up to the actual meeting of a group, so we're going to have a party session,
right? Should
be more yada yada yada. Things happen, blah blah blah, and then when we get into a group, then we go into details and pick every little thing. So that's like my little thing. Because it's fun and everything, but at this pace,
it's a little slow. Yeah.
So that way we can involve more people. Like, I'm not even sure if Johnny's still here. He's right. You know what I mean?
I think Johnny's here, so.
He's got his attention elsewhere at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so what's up?
So, did you know we played D&D today?
No, you played D&D today.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, it's good. It's fun to watch. I'm enjoying it. But I'm also... in anticipation, waiting for when we're at an actual group, and we'll do more interactions and combat and all that stuff.
Yeah,
and then we could be as detailed as we want.
Oh yeah. That's why I kind of half expected her, expected Mama Kitty to say, Mara does a few things, comes back, and asks if we're ready to go. That's kind of what I expected.
Yeah,
but
that's what I mean by the yada yada yada. It's like you just say you did these things, but you don't actually like go into any details and all that. You just say you did them. Like I just went around and I filled up on rations and met some people, got some rumors, and then we're ready to go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could do it that way too.
I mean, I'm just saying, just for now. Then till we meet up and we're a party, then you can get like more to details because everybody's could be involved in that.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, that's part of the problem, though, is we're separated as well. That's why I'm like, maybe next session go over to you guys. What are you doing and doing this and that and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, my character he's just waiting in town, and Johnny's just doing like some prospecting, so we can go with him. See what he gets
done. I just have to visit the town and then head back to my shop. So.
You have a town. You have a shop. I didn't think about that.
Set up shop. That's what he's planning on doing.
Yeah. So my character went with Johnny's character to the town that he's at now, but as of right now, there's no reason for my character to go back with Johnny's right now. We're waiting for the sorcerers, and Johnny's not. So that could lead to more separation.
Right.
Unless something comes up, some sort of plot device, which is up to Mama Kitty.
Yeah. Which could be what we're hitting up right now, too. At the same time.
Yeah, like things are coming together. We've already have 3 people. I mean, if we include Brienne, it would be 4 people who want answers or looking for some way to get back home. That's already a common goal. That's already enough to get us together. So we come up with some way for Johnny to also join us. And then Mama Kitty just comes up with, more solidifying reasons.
Well, I'm actually surprised you don't want to go around the town and see if you find anything about other things that's going on around Alahari itself.
Right now, I don't even know a whole lot about Alahari, my character, anyway. I got everything from Shadow, and my questions have been pretty narrow-minded with just getting home. And as far as I know, I just need to talk to the sorceress. Or the Lord of Death, and I'd rather talk to the sorceress, so...
Don't blame you.
Smart man!
Yeah,
Lord of Death, huh?
Brienne was on her way to go talk to the Lord of Death, and I wanted to see that.
She hasn't popped in a while, actually, unfortunately.
She said she couldn't do much on her computer anymore because the computer had to be moved to the bedroom, and her spouse sleeps during the day.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh.
So she probably isn't gonna make it for a really long while, according to the post I got from her. Which is fine. I mean, she could technically just stay where she's at.
But yeah, that's all I was thinking about. I was talking to Mayan about it.
Yeah. Well, it's part of the reason why I wanted to get done. Like I said, I was surprised we didn't actually go to you guys first before Drakmar and me. Because last time we had this group, we were just all about myself mostly because of me trying to get to a town and whatnot. And I am trying to sort of speed it up, but my character is one to follow Mara discreetly for the most part and then figure out what she's doing because she just doesn't trust magic or people who wield it too much, and Mara's just one of those.
Love me then.
Mara's just one of those people that she's rather have her eye on almost constantly. Sometimes she can just let it go because Mara's hasn't done anything to her specifically or anything. It's just how she is. But she does have some fey magic in her. Midnight does anyways, so because she absorbed it. But I mean, she still doesn't even trust too much of her magic that she has, her magical abilities. So it's one of those things. For that reason, I would always follow Mara around. So I mean, what Mama Kitty could do is just kind of write up what we did. I followed her here, here, and here, and whatnot, or something like that. But yeah, no, it's it was kind of surprising. That's all.
Yeah.
And I totally understand both sides of it. It's kind of the reason why I threw you guys all together in the other one. Not to discount this one.
I understand why people do that.
Yeah. But it's not to discount the way Mama Kitty's doing this either. I actually like the one-on-one stuff, too.
Right.
It's very nice.
Origin stories. Like, think of the Marvel Universe where all these Avengers had their own movies. And then when they got together, it just made, like, you understood the team better. You knew who everybody was.
Exactly. Oh, speaking of which, Soul Ray, you and I need to discuss the world we're from.
Yeah.
You and I need to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I have an idea of the town.
Well, that's better than me. I have an idea of the world, but not the town.
Yeah. I mean, we could say we're from your world. From the,
far future.
The Emerald?
Emerald Volcanic Realm?
Yeah. And it could be... I mean, it could be like a fishing port. Fairly mid-size, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then it could be out of reach from the other campaign, so there wouldn't be any crossover necessarily if you don't want there to be. And if you do, well, then that option is there. So, I mean, that's kind of why I like it.
I mean, and if I ever do wind up with realm jumping, or you realm jump back to that world, you could have your own. We could have your campaign there too, and do it that way.
Yeah. That's why I'm thinking if you just have the option to, then later on, let's say, I don't know, a couple months, something happens where we're realm jumping, and they say, oh, well, what would it be cool if our original home was in the realm that we have our other campaign in, right. And then maybe they hear about each other, but then we would have to go back and kind of like retrofit our story to make that fit.
Right.
So if we just say right now that it is the same realm, but it's so far apart that there's and it's a mundane town. Nobody cares about it.
Right.
Right now, there's no relevance to this town. It's just a generic town way out far away. But the door's open to say that if we were to go back to our home, it would be that same realm.
Yeah. I like that idea.
Yeah.
That's an excellent idea.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I have the perfect location for it in my head. Yeah, that would be perfect.
Because I know we don't have any tabaxi in the area. We haven't ran into any in that campaign.
Well, you're not. If you were in with Oz's campaign, you might.
Yeah.
But not with the new campaign. No, you're not.
Mm-hmm.
Not unless we skip a few years.
Yeah, so it makes sense that it's just like pretty far away, and Tabaxi hasn't like explored or expanded
right
that much, and maybe there's like stories of things like that, but it's not like as populated, I would imagine.
Well, in my world, the Tabaxians actually come from another world, from many different worlds and just never decided to go back and set up a little place of their own on, I haven't named the island though, it's called, but I call it Tabaxian Island right now, on that little cat island near the, between the two Fey forests, on that water edge there. And I'm like, well, you know, they would have a port that was basically a mundane port that is over in this here, I'll go to my realm real quick so you guys can see this. I know we're getting like kind of off topic of Kalahari, but let's go lunch game. Lunch game. Lunch sounds good, but it's almost dinner time. Go over here. Wait for it to load. Impatiently. Seriously, impatiently. Thank you. But, so, you have this little Tabaxian cat island that was made by accident. But they would have ports kind of up and down this area, little ports, along with this other side. And I was thinking if we were gonna have that, and it had humans and stuff in it, because the humans helped after we did that. I was thinking the little port might actually be like right here or here, somewhere around this area.
Port town?
Yeah, our town.
Okay.
The port town. Be right about here or here somewhere.
That's pretty close to the main city. If Tabaxians were there, people would know about Tabaxians.
Well, yes, know about them, but not seen many of them.
Okay.
So in Oz's, I'm gonna separate it as Oz's campaign versus our campaign. In Oz's campaign, you guys are, where are you guys? You're here, I think.
Yeah. We're like going up north.
Yeah, you're here, and still during that time, most humans are not perceptive of people, especially Dracos and yokai. But I mean, they like dwarves, they like halflings, and they're okay with the Navi. So why wouldn't they be okay with Tabaxians?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but Tabaxians haven't really ventured out because it's been not very long since the volcanic eruption. It's been long enough where the planet's sort of healed enough, except for like the darker gray areas in the other map that's basically not ever growing back, to have that Tabaxian and human town over here.
Okay.
Yeah. But they still hate the Dracos, or at least most of them do. So, well, some of them do. Not most of them. I shouldn't say most of them do. Some of them still do. It's mostly the royalty that hate them. The common folk during Oz's time period are just like, okay, whatever, it works. So you guys are here.
Like in a desert area?
This is desert. This is a desert area. And then this is desolate, an icy desolate area, but you can see that tree that's not ice covered. And then you have that tree there and that tree there. I'm going to have to go back and fill in these little islands with, like, this should be filled with the thick coverage of the Forest of the Fae. And then these could be just kind of desolate-y. Maybe have a couple of mangrove trees on that one. And some of those trees. But, I mean, those could just basically stay desolately done. But that one definitely needs to have some of the Forest of the Fae stuff on it. But I think everything's kind of pretty well done. I don't have all the towns in, per se. I just got the major ones. You'll come across, like, little towns along the way.
So you don't have the hexagon grid?
Nope.
You could turn that off and on?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I turned it off because it just didn't want to match up with anything, so I just turned it off.
Yeah.
They're all about a day apart, right? That one's 2 days. That one's 2 days.
By day, that's nice.
Yeah. That's why I have the hexagons turned off too. It didn't want to measure right. So, like, you guys moved basically 1 day. A little over 1 day. Kind of depends on where I put it. But you guys moved 1 day. And then, you'll move 1 day either that way or that way. Again. Next session.
Yeah,
so,
we still don't even know what we're doing.
It's
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery. And then, of course, you got a little lake over there, an oasis. Part of the original map. There's not much water in this world just yet. Well, there is. I mean, this entire area is water here and water and water. But part of the thing is it's a very young planet in general, and there are plate tectonics occurring where this is... Alright, have fun. Where this is building up this mountain range here. These two plates are crushing together to build up that. And then these are a little bit smaller because this was going together, but it decided to become a new plate that slipped and is going this way now. I kind of have to go back into the other game and redo the map a little bit so it shows more of the plate tectonic movement. But, I mean, it's fine for now. We got the rivers in. I'm super excited about that. There's not much water in this area. Rainwater, definitely, but not much water. Because it is a desert. There's some rainwater. But to be honest, this desert's basically creeping into this savanna. And it's starting to become deserty. More and more deserty. Let's see. And then you have this, like, dirt area, which is where the orcs are. The young orc clans. And their little mountain pass. There's also a mountain pass right about here. And then there's a mountain pass here. Kind of through here. And one maybe kind of through there. And there's definitely a mountain pass right there. Where Aaron met the goblins. I think that kind of covers everything. Yeah, Dead Island, which is still Dead Island. And then...
Is that like an arc? The, Carnosaur Island, whatever they call it?
Oh, yeah, Carnotaur Island. Yeah, Carnivore Island.
Yeah. That's where the mean stuff spawns.
mean, yes and no. It's a very terrifying island at the very most. That's about all you're gonna get out of me. At the very most, it's a terrifying island to go to. Then you got the Bog Swamp and Aloha Swamp. And then Alira's Vale is right there, that tree. And then this is basically all Forest of the Fae, even though over here it's named Sherwood Forest. Yep. And see, the thing is Forest of the Fae was all up through here too, within this area. And when the humans came to be, they just basically chopped it all down.
Oh.
Didn't care. Just chopped it all down. And now it's basically a plains with some hills in it. And nothing really grows beyond that. A few trees maybe here and there, but that's it. And thus it became the Equine Plains.
Where are the elves?
Elves? Which ones?
Is there more than one?
Well, there's sub-races. You got during our campaign, the elves are mainly centralized here. With their little towns in here. And then you have some other elves in this area, but they're mostly centralized on the coast, so they can go back and forth between the lands.
Okay, so they could sail across.
Yeah. They can hit up the Tabaxi Island and then hop into this town there if they wanted.
Oh,
And go back, vice versa. There's a town right there for that purpose. But then this is...
it makes perfect sense for there to be a port town there.
Yeah. But later on, during Oz's little campaign stuff, they actually split. They completely split. You have the Drow, the Wood Elves, and the High Elves, basically. And the High Elves are all in Sherwood Forest. The Wood Elves are all in Alira's Vale. And then the Drow are scattered among the world.
All right, we ran into a few of those.
With a high concentration of them on top of the mountain. On top of the volcano. Yeah.
There's Drow at the volcano.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't
History.
That's not what the Dragonborn are? Tieflings?
Yeah, that's... No, the Dragonborn and Tiefling are on the sides of the mountain.
Oh, okay.
They're not on top of it. I mean, they couldn't survive on top of it, really, per se. Because it's still molten.
But the Drow.
The Drow are floating.
Float?
Levitation. Floating's the word I came up with right off the top of my head, but I'm like, yeah, it's called something. Levitation.
They have, like, floating islands?
I didn't say it was an island. I just said they were floating.
I'm thinking, like, on Crystal Isles or something like
that. Not yet. There's going to be, though, but not yet. Got a few decades after even Oz's for that to happen. Unless you guys, in so-called quote unquote in the past, do something, which wouldn't surprise me if you did. It'd be nice, but we'll see. Oh, did that thing ever change back the way I wanted it to? changed to the way I wanted it to. Let's find out if it did. Now we got 20 views. Nope, it still didn't edit the... I say edit, and then I say save edits, and it still doesn't save the edits. Week 1. Save. See, no. I'll have to go like this and just copy it all and then delete it. I guess. Go Control A, Control X. Save edits.
Save edits.
Edit. Control V. Gonna load. You know, the battle only took about 24-ish seconds to complete, even though it took us an hour to get through.
Oh yeah, combat time slows down.
Oh yeah, by a lot. Wait, hold on. Okay,
Mayan, are you still here? Oh, did you explain to Mayan that there is permadeath?
Permadeath?
Yeah, does you know how close he came to dying? Like, actually dying?
Oh! I'm like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, that's right, huh?
If he fails that dex check, and then he actually gets bit by the thing, and swallowed, and he crit fails a death save, and then the acid damage, he could be dead in 2 turns.
Okay, I'm just gonna delete this.
I'm just wondering if you told him that there's actually permadeath.
No, I never explained to that.
Well, because there's this thing that players do when they're like, let's say I join your campaign and I'm like, yeah, Moon's my friend, she's not gonna kill me. So I play knowing that. That's what people do when they like play D&D. Like, no, they're not gonna kill me. It's just a game. So they make decisions based off of that. And
nope.
I was wondering if mine knew that it's not the case, that you can die.
I don't know if he did.
Because he went to go attack the lizard, and I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea. Both of them did. Bungo and Ben went to go attack these giant lizards, and I'm like, you're level 1. I'm like, are they playing like, you know, the way I'm saying because they think they can't die?
I don't know. I honestly don't. I don't know. I didn't explain that to either of them. Then again, I didn't think they were going to be...
No, Mayan says he knew.
Okay.
He's in the chat.
Okay, I'm glad Mayan knows.
Yeah.
Mayan, I need to talk to before next week, as it is.
Yeah. So don't make any mistakes about that. If you die, Moon will let you die.
Yes.
If you do something that's
so ridiculous,
very dangerous, or just ridiculous, like you want to go punch a guard in the mouth just because you feel like it,
good luck surviving that.
You will die. Yeah. People have died in our campaigns, and it wasn't even for doing something crazy.
Nope.
It's just bad rolls. You get a couple bad rolls, you die.
Now, hold on. Back up. Angus Hickman sacrificed his character.
He did something kind of... But if he was role-playing his character...
Right.
Maybe that was his fault. Not like his... I'm blaming him. That was his faulty personality trait.
Right.
He can't run away, or he feels obligated to sacrifice himself for somebody else, which is what he was trying to do. It may not have been smart, but that could have been a trait.
Yeah, it kind of was. It was just like, okay, yeah.
Yeah. And like we almost died, you know, when we faced Zarkon. You know, we could have easily have died a couple times actually. It's not just one time.
Yep.
So you don't even have to make dumb mistakes to die.
Nope. You could just roll terribly, like you guys did.
Yep.
For that encounter, that was just a terrible roll for you guys.
Yeah, and I also said that part of the reason it went so well was because everybody was hitting.
Yep.
We hardly got any misses. And I mean that's, you know, probably because it wasn't intended like to try to kill us. We had the guards and everything. It's just I didn't think we were supposed to have fought it. Well, let me rephrase that. I didn't think that we were supposed to frontline them.
Nope.
Both Bunko and God, what was his name? What was my character's name? I forgot his name already.
Aaron?
Isn't that his name?
Aaron. And Aaron's the character name.
Aaron's a character name?
Yeah, Aaron is the character name for Mayan.
Aaron? Oh, okay. Yeah, like they both ran at these giant lizards.
Yeah, no fear there.
Yeah. And I was like, not me.
Technically, you guys could have ran that fight any way you'd like.
Yeah.
Any way you would have liked. They could have tried to use animal handling and tamed them.
I was thinking of trying that. But I was like the last one out.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, my guy is a hunter. He's a ranger and hunter.
I mean, you knowing that knowing me for my DMing and whatnot for how I do things, you probably knew that was possible.
Yeah.
To maybe tame it if they didn't attack first.
Especially when someone was talking about a mount, having it as a mount. I was like, yeah, it's totally possible. You have to come up with a way for that to be reasonable.
Right.
But it would be possible. For example, you could have maimed it instead of killed it.
Mm-hmm.
And then heal it back up, feed it something, you know, you earn its trust. But you'd have to like come up with a way for that to be plausible, not just I rolled a crit on animal handling. It's my best friend now.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't happen that way.
Batman.
Yeah, no. Well, and see, the other thing is even if they did crit, they would have to do a damn good role playing for it too.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. You have to come up with a way to justify it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so when they both ran at these lizards, I was like, they must have a death wish or something, because
that's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, I'm gonna kill him, maybe.
Yeah, I'm like, how do you not like just run towards the guards? That would have been like my first instinct. And then Angus tried to intimidate them.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. Well, I could see that working. If it's a wild animal, I mean, what do they tell you to do when a bear like surprises you? You try to yell at it and make loud noises and basically intimidate it. So it's not out of the question, but maybe not the response once the fight already started.
Right? Yeah. No.
But yeah, I had a feeling that you weren't gonna like try to kill anybody outright. You had all these soldiers. I'm pretty sure they would have, you know, tanked it for you and then healed them up after.
That's the main reason they were there, though. They weren't supposed to. I didn't expect you guys to survive that kind of encounter. You guys are in a very high level area. There's a reason you have two level 10 NPCs and 7 other level maybe 5 NPCs. There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, we should just kill them all. I'm like, okay, good luck with that. Surviving afterwards.
Like, you're level 1. What are you going to do to these lizards? Yeah.
Yeah. It was one of those things where I was just like, yeah, you could go for that. I'd love to see it. Go for it. Try it. I'd be happy to see that.
If they were kind of role-playing it, right, it's hard to tell right now because I don't know the characters. And they're just, maybe they're just not the smartest. And,
that's a fair point.
Line. Yeah, there's a fine line between brave and stupid.
This is true. I don't even know what their Well, okay. His is above average for intelligence and wisdom. Bungo. He's average intelligence with a little bit above average wisdom.
Yeah. See, mine says when I was campaigning, it took him 8 sessions and 4 death saves to finally get a mount as a Hobbit rogue. Yeah. And it was because of an advantage from the attack and a nat 20. So.
Oh, jeez.
But it depends what kind of mount you got, right? If it was a wild horse, probably not going to be that difficult.
No.
But if you want a really cool mount, if you want a griffin.
Or a lizard.
Yeah.
A giant lizard.
Do something creative or get some really good rolls in there.
Right, yeah. It better be impressive. Oh. Yeah, no, it's
It was a Komodo dragon thing? Yeah.
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 The Komodo dragon.
You also have to think about the what's the word? Temperament of what you're trying to get.
Facing. Yeah.
Because you could say, the lizard thing, and they're all wild, and it may be nearly impossible to tame. But what if you run into a few that they're just not afraid of any humanoids, so they're kind of docile?
No.
It's possible.
Well, and see, that's the thing, that they clearly weren't afraid of humans. They were just, as Aaron discovered, was starving. And you guys were what they thought an easy snack.
Yeah, imagine the lizard that ate Aaron was like, okay, I'm full, I'm leaving. He'd be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that's the other thing is if it wouldn't have filled the lizard up eating just Aaron, that poor halfling. But I mean it's kind of the thing though. It was just like, yeah.
Yeah, it worked out. I was thinking well, what if we try to stab the lizard, right? And we accidentally hit Aaron. Because he didn't side. That could have happened. I don't know.
Yeah, it could have if I don't know who was doing the last attack on this one, but it could have happened depending on where the strike was.
Right.
Yeah. So it's not like it's a set in stone thing. When I throw interactions at you guys, knowing Mayan can hear me right now, I don't purposely try to kill you guys. I have several ways of you to solve this, and you guys pick the one. I don't tell you the different ways either.
It's a challenge, and that's what makes overcoming a challenge fun, is that there is a danger of failure. If there's the bigger the danger, right, the greater the risk, the better the reward.
Exactly. And that's
no one wants to play on God mode.
Yeah. That'd be too boring.
Yeah, exactly. So having the threat of death is good, but she's not just gonna throw the threat of death at you at a whim.
No.
It could build up. It could be a combination of things. If you don't do things correctly, per se,
or well enough.
Yeah, they just get worse and worse and worse and worse until you die. But it's not like she planned for you to do those things. She can't plan for our actions.
No.
She might try to anticipate some things. Like, when 4 lizards come by, they're just gonna run and huddle up next to the guards. That's what I would have thought, right? And that's not what happens.
No, that's not what happened. That's exactly what I thought was gonna happen, but that's not what happened.
Right. That's why when I saw them run at the lizards, I was like, wait a minute. Are they like? Do they think that you're not gonna kill them, and that's why they're doing that? So that's what I was afraid of. But I'm glad that it's like understood. So Moon is gonna put challenges in our way, and some of them will have the threat of dying. We just have to be smart about it. And remember that your actions could affect the group as well. That's something that we've come across too.
Have you? Oh yeah, you have with Grass.
Yeah. With Leo. Yeah.
Yep. Actions affect each of you. Alright. I think I'm gonna call it a day, guys. I have to go use the litter box and get some food going.
Yeah, it's 4. Okay.
You guys have fun. I'll see you guys all next time. And most importantly, don't forget, stay shiny.
You didn't say it like you usually do.
What? Okay, you want me to say it right? Alright. Okay. I hope you guys had a wonderful time, and I'll see you guys next time, and most importantly, don't forget, stay shiny!
There you
Better?
go. Much better.
Okay. Go check out Soray. Here's his link. He's an awesome shiny gem, too.
I'm about to log off myself, too.
Oh, okay. Well, don't... Fine. Mama Kitty. Not Mama Kitty. Mima. The geeky
I think
Granny.
Yeah.
There's her link. Go check her out. I'm not actually going to do a raid because I got to get going. You guys have fun. Most importantly, don't forget, stay shiny. And I'll see you guys next time. 3,
See you
2,
there.
1.